So you know the scoop. Feet in straight lines. Fan out your toes and fingers. Good job I didn't press record before all that dancing, isn't it? Otherwise Mike will be having a right laugh when he's editing it. And then close your eyes. We're going to begin with a gentle sway. Not lifting your toes, not lifting your heels, just going far enough that you go, oh, I can feel my core, I can feel my back, I can feel things starting to hold me up. That's nice of them. Let's draw up on our legs. A little squeeze of the thighs and your bottom, your pelvic floor and your tummy. Check out both cheeks. Are they both talking to you this morning? Nip your waist in. Lift your heart up. Keep your head on. And so the top of your head to the ceiling. It's a guy called Ben Howard. Really nice sort of acoustic guitar, nice lyrics, nice song. If you're interested. Track number 7, keep your hair on. That's not actually. Chest open, collarbones back, shoulder blades sliding into your back pockets. Watch you're not shoving your ribs out to achieve that. There's that contrast, isn't it, between a lift here, but without flaring. And then pause, turn your face to the right, give it a little squeeze, come back through the middle. Let's go around to the left. How far is it going this morning? One more time round to your right. Inhale, take it straight across and through to your left. Face to the center, left ear to left shoulder. Let's have a nod or a circle or a wiggle around. And then pause with your head on one side. Lift up, 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 up out of your core. Peel your body up and over. So you're not squashing down on this side. You're lifting up and over this side. And if that's sore on your back, pop your hand on your hip. Hello, Carol. I'm copying you. Roll back up. Roll the chin down into the middle of your chest. Soften your knees a little bit. And let's do a tiny scroll. Head, neck, and shoulders only. Pause there. Just let your head be heavy. Do hold on with our necks a lot. Just let it hang for a minute. Roll back up. Heart lifting. Sweep your arms out and up. Look up at your thumbs. Is your bottom still squeezing? My left cheek's having a holiday. Bring your arms wide. Roll your shoulders around. Soften your knees. And before we do the other side, let's twizzle. A gentle Monday morning twizzle. Head above tailbone. Don't let your head swing around here. You're in a beautiful straight line. That's good, Rachel. Arms floppy. Begin to slow it down. Coming back to the center. Check your feet haven't turned out because of the twizzling. Pull up on your knees, thighs, your bottom. Take a breath in. Lovely. Right ear to right shoulder. Have a nod or a circle. What does your neck feel like this side? Keep going. Circle it round. Move it round. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, I'm on full volume. And then lift up, 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 up. You're using your pelvic floor on your tummy. When I say lift, what are you lifting? You don't just sort of shove your ribs out. You internal scoop. And then over we go to the side. Feel that lovely stretch through the side of the spine. Let your head dangle. Let your arms flop. If you need to, pop your hand on your hip. Squeeze your bottom knots. Inhale. And then roll back up. Head is the last thing. And it just plops into the middle of your chest. Take a breath in. Soften your knees and give me another tinsy-wincy roll down. When you get just a small way, give me a shoulder shimmy. I don't want you to hang on your whole spine here, so that's why we're just doing the upper body part. And then roll back up. Squeeze your bottom, sweep your arms out and up. Push your hips forward a little bit. Look forwards and up. Bring your arms wide and roll your shoulders around. Keep your hips nice and strong, your glutes strong, and let's have another la-di-da. A little bit more vigorous, should you wish to. Think of your head above your tail. Beautiful straight line. Oh, that feels nice, doesn't it? Back to childhood. Sherbet did dab sitting on the curb with Laura Horton. None of us liked the licorice, so we sneakily dropped it down the drain. That's what age I am. How old are you feeling while you do this? And where is Laura Horton? Begin to slow it down. Eventually back to your center. Nice. Now then, take the weight onto your left foot. Prepare the ornaments. Bring your right foot in. The ball of your foot is down. Your heel is lifted. You're like that. You're welcome to stay like that throughout, especially given that we're on squidgy carpets and surfaces and things. Now, keep your head up. Keep your heart strong. So head up, chin in. Allow your gaze to focus on something, but it's in peripheral vision. So you're looking at something, but you're actually seeing everything. The tongue can be on the roof of your mouth, just behind your top teeth. Are we ready? Allow your eyes to close. I'll give you the countdown. It's a 3, 2, 1. And when we get to just after 1, you're going to have a go at lifting your foot and balancing. And we will accept the wobble because that's called life. But we don't need to be freaked out by it. It's just normal. So take a breath. Engage your core. 3, 2, 1. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Open your eyes. What did you get to? Take your leg out to the side, plant your foot. And as we go down, you shout it out. 3, 6, 9, 124. Forwards and back. Make a little mental note. That was your left leg. How was it? How focused, how calm, how still can you be on a Monday morning? Good morning, Anna. You missed the party. We had a party. Yeah, we were dancing and everything. They were dancing. These other people, they were. Some of them were holding a mug of tea, laughing. But, I'm not picking on them. Hands go down, push firmly, lift your bottom up now, walk your feet in, hands on your thighs with a flat back. And then lift your head and lift your tail. We're doing a cat curl in this position. You'll feel the back of your legs getting a stretch, and then draw your tummy in, ripple the spine, tail rounding through to the top of your head, and then go again. Tail, pelvis, waist, heart out, chest up. Oh, that's nice. Tail, pelvis, waist, rippling through this articulating spine. Twice more. Oh, ripple, ripple, ripple. Let your head drop and your tail drop. And then one more time. Arching. Now then, hopefully you're somewhere near all your gizmos. You're going to go down and pick up your weights. And then your ball will roll away. Flat back, come up. When you get to the top, feet are heels turned in, toes in a slight wedge. Just a teensy wincy one. So you're in a small slice of cake position. Now press your heels in, and as you press your heels towards each other and your calves towards each other and your thighs towards each other, you'll feel this kind of Velcro zip up your bottom. Yeah. Turn your palms inwards and then give me a bicep curl. So we're doing a kind of a smidge of bar Pilates at the same time. Get your 3 kilos, Helen. Same time. Oh, 4. Is that divided by 2? Slow and controlled, especially on the way down. So you just think of minute slower on the way down, just kind of this subtle slowness, because on the way down is when you get stronger. The eccentric phase is when the muscle builds. I mean, it builds in both directions, but it just helps to go slowly as it's lengthening. Elbows are in at your side, shoulders are down and back. Your chest looks beautifully open, Vivian, nice. And then pause. Now, glue your heels together. Can you peel up onto the balls of your feet and keep your heels together? If you've got too wide a V, it'll be hard. You might need to make it a smaller wedge of cake, and then down you come. Bend your knees a little bit, slide down the wall into a plie, and then up you come. Glue everything together. Inner thighs, press them in, press them in. Feel that zipping up your bottom. Good. And then down, bend your knees. Really nice. One more time. Glue, glue, glue. You need to run and get a couple of tins of beans, Anna. And then down. Are you all right? And then pause, stay there. Press your heels together, thighs together, calves together, turn your palms up. Are we ready? Up onto your toes and your bicep curl. Come down and bend your knees. And again, glue your heels and thighs and bottom squeezes as you come down, the arms lower slowly. Good, really nice. So we're adding to our bone density. This is good. Stimulating the bone density. Firing up our inner thighs and our bottoms, thinking about our posture, creating good balance, because it's actually a tricky thing to do as well, isn't it? It's kind of a balancey move. Twice more. One more time. And then you're going to go up to the top. If you can stay there, great. If you have to come down because of your toes or anything, then that's okay. Come to halfway with your arms and give me a little pulse. It's like you're holding a tray and you're just going to gently waft it up and down. Shoulders back a little bit, Helen. Try and relax into the top of your neck and where it meets the traps, the upper traps. Yeah, so a bit more relaxed in the shoulder girdle, but the power is in the biceps. And the move is just a couple of inches. You're squeezing your bottom. Your legs are pressing inwards. 3, 2, 1, and release down. Bend your knees to put your weights down, please. Happen near you. Now, let's see. What number did you get on the other side? Can you recall? Standing. It's bad news if you can't recall, isn't it? That would be quite ironic when we're doing it for mental capacity. Your right foot is pointing forwards. Bring your left foot in. Peel the heel up. Head up, heart up, chin level. Arms wherever you'd like for balance. Tongue behind the roof of the mouth. Begin to engage your standing thigh and buttock. Breathe steadily. Retract your chin so your head is directly on top of the spine. Allow your eyes to glaze over. You're in peripheral vision. It's kind of daydreamy. And then allow your eyes to close. Oh, bit of wobble. That's okay. Greet it. Hello, wobble, my old friend. And then inhale. 3, 2, 1. Lift your left foot. 1, 2, 3. Whoops, 4. Oh no, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Open your eyes. Leg out to the side. Oh, some nice postures there. Plant your foot and down we come. I only got to 4 and I had to put my toe down. Oh dear. I managed the other, 11, side to side. Sit up nice and tall, and if your hips are quite mobile and you're sort of hanging around in your hips, how about you just push down a little bit so you just bob up slightly, and then you're activating the muscles around the hips instead of just hanging in the sockets. That's good. Nice. Good morning, hips. I love you dearly. And then pop your hands down, lift your bottoms up, walk your feet tin, toe, heel till they are together and touching. Please have your tummy in, please have your back flat, and then pick up your weights again. And with a flat back, come up. Marvelous. Now you're going to stand. When you get to the top, you're going to stand on your left leg. And you're going to have your right leg just very slightly behind you. So let me just move those for you so you can see a bit better. So you've got your left leg on the floor, pointing forwards. Your right leg is just slightly behind you. Just enough, just on the ball of your foot, so you can straighten your knee out. If you want to bend, but you're going to have a go at straightening it out. And when you straighten it out, you're going to zip up your butt cheeks. Now, if you feel your knee bend, just do it for me. Straighten your leg. And then very slightly bend your knee. Straighten your leg. Can you feel your quads tightening and your front thigh and your buttock? And your tummy reacts. Notice what happens to your bottom when you slightly bend your knee. Collapses. Does it? Or does yours stay tight? Can you keep your leg bent and tighten your bum? It's quite hard to do. So work your leg as straight as you can and your butt cheek will be tight. Yours looks beautiful. And then are we ready? We've got our hands by our hips. You're going to very slightly lean forwards and you're going to kick back without turning it into biceps. You're going to straighten your arms behind you because you're leaning back slightly. So it's not a big lean forwards, it's just a subtle lean forwards. And you're doing that with your arms. Keep them narrow, your legs straight, your arms go straight, they bend to your hips. So it's not up here. I don't want a bicep curl. We did that bit. We're doing that, behind, back, and bend, and back, and bend, and back. Good. Twice more. Work from the elbow for me, Cynthia, not the shoulder. So you don't just swing your arm. You actually bend the elbow, straighten the elbow. Yes, so your elbow stay back like a chicken. Yes. Now pause with them behind you. Turn your palm up. So you've got arms straight, they're behind you, chest open, shoulders back, and then lift your back leg. I want you to lift and tap, and lift and tap, lift and tap, lift and tap. Can you feel your knee wanting to bend? Keep your arms straight, keep them lifted behind you. It doesn't have to be high. Can you feel the back of your arms working? 8, 7, straight knee, Lindsay, come on. 5, 4, boom, 3, 2, 1, and release. Have a little march on the spot. Backs of your arms working. North. Other side. Standing on your right leg. Left one goes behind you, just a smidge, small step. Lean into it a little bit. Leave your toe on the floor for a moment. Put your hands up so they're a bit higher next to your pelvis. Can you see your elbows are bent back as soon as you do that? And then kick back, bend. Now, even if you're using little weights or no weights, resist the air. Push back through treacle. Are you tightening your back knee? Are you squeezing your glutes? Are you keeping your hips square to me? Or front, forward facing. Push, bend, push, bend, push. Better think of bending at the elbow, but not the knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep your arms back, keep your chest open, keep your arms straight, lean into it a little bit, and then lift your back leg. Straight, tap, straight, tap, straight, tap, straight. Boom. Fire up your glutes, fire up your tummy. Keep your focus, steady gaze. Arms lifting behind you. Blimey, mine feel really tired. Last 4, straighten them. 3, 2, 1, and release. Roll your shoulders a couple of times round. Everybody okay? Happy days? Turn your knees out, turn your toes out. Pop your hands onto your shoulders. You can have them like that, probably easier. So we're going to bend our knees and stick our bottoms out. This is not sliding down the wall plie, it's a squat action. So you hinge at the hips, then you bend your knees and you sit back and reach for musical chairs, like somebody's about to pull the chair away. And then up you come. Hinge at the hips, sit back. Now, if your knees and hips don't want to go so low, don't. If you're finding it hard in your hips, maybe keep them a bit narrower. But if you can, it's deep and wide, and you reach your bum back. You could take your feet wider, Carol, I think, if your hips are okay. Better. And then really work at pushing your knees out. So you feel as you go down, because mine want to collapse in. As I go down, my knees want to go like that. So as you go down, really feel your bottom firing up and your tummy drawing in. Are we ready to add arms? Go down. When you go up, the arms go up. Bring it down. Now watch the shoulders, Elaine. So as you go up, don't raise your shoulders. So when you get to there, it's not that, it's that. Good. Lots to think about. Feet are pressing into the floor, it's active. Knees are pushing out wide, it's active. Tummy drawn in, it's active. Shoulders drawn down, that's active. Pushing up with your hands, that's active. Adding bone density to our wrists, our forearms, our upper arms, our shoulder girdle, our legs. Oh yeah, we'll have a bit of that. Some nice strong bones. Them bones, them bones, them dry bones. And they're thinking, well, when are we allowed to stop? In a few more, that's when. Really nice, Cynthia. Good hinging at the hips there. Good, Elaine. Good, Rachel. Good, Jan. Let me see, Lynn. Yep. Bottom right back. Brill. Lovely. We'll be running at 8-minute miles. in my dreams. That's it, Viv. Good. 3 more only. Press. 2. Get ready for a bit of mental determination. Go down and stay there. Oh yeah, little pulse. Reach your bottom back. Scoop your tummy in. Push your knees out. Keep your head up. Keep your heart strong. Keep your mindset. Keep your hair on. 4, 3, 2, and up. Bring your arms down. Bring your feet together. Just when you thought it was time to rest, thumbs turned up, bicep curl. So if you feel lightheaded, please march on the spot. If you're getting dizzy stars. So your legs are together, you're squeezing your bottom. You're squeezing your tummy. You're curling your thumb up to your shoulder. You're not letting your arms swing around. It's none of that. Very controlled on the way down. Good. 4 more. Controlled. 3, 2. And then come to halfway. Turn your arms out and in. So you're working your biceps with your little weights and upper back. Squeeze. Now slide down the imaginary wall. Coming back up to standing. Slide down the imaginary wall. Back of your head, shoulders and pelvis. Up to standing. Slide down. Keep neutral spine. Think about your lower back shape. Knees together, Rachel, if you can. And then up. Nice. When you go down, a little bit of a tail tuck, Cynthia. There, just watch it doesn't stick out so your back isn't too arched. That's better. Twice more. Go down and stay there. What's Betty doing? Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hands a little bit lower if you can, Viv. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up into standing. Put those nasty weights down. Really, really good. So some great bone density work, standing at the back of your mat, ready to go down. Good. Inhale. You're going to step forwards with your left leg. Come down onto your right knee. Come down into kneeling. If you want to use a, whoops, if you want to use a ball, if it's not running away, or a cushion, put it between your knees. So you're squeezing it. Now you could keep your toes tucked under, but if your feet are okay, let them relax. If your toes are tucked under, it's a little bit harder to lean back. So you've got your plumb line, ear, shoulder, hip, knee. Squeeze in, squeeze up, squeeze the lot. Take a breath in and lean back a little way. Feel your front thighs kick in, but it's easy to hang on the front thighs and for your bum to switch off. Clamp it, clamp it, clamp it. Everything's going boom, up you come. And again, leaning back. Tighten your thighs, your bottom, your tummy. Let your head go on the headrest a bit, Anna. Yeah, and then up you come. Good, Carol. And again, chin stays tucked in as you just let your head go on the headrest. Yep, up you come. One more time like this. So you're squeezing that ball. Really nice. Up to kneeling, stay high. Arms out in front of you. Draw your left thumb to your shoulder. Reach behind you. Reach forwards with your right arm. Are you drawing your left shoulder down? Are you drawing your right shoulder down? Are you opening your chest? Nice. Come forwards. Really nice. Right thumb, twist and rotate and look where you're going. Reach forward with your left hand. Drop your right shoulder, particularly the back one likes to hunch. Come forward. Rotate. Thoracic rotation. Have you got one side freer than the other? Bring it in. And are you squeezing your knees? Change. Come back to the center. Let's put the 2 moves together. Lean back and twist. Watch the ribs don't pop up. Inhale, come back up again. Lean back and twist the other way. Squeeze your thighs, your bottom, drop your shoulders. Coming back up. 3 more. Pairs. Nice. So you're trying not to let your arm that's at the front come across your body. Keep it in front of your left shoulder or keep it in front of your right shoulder. Don't let it lean across. That's better. That's it, Helen. She knew I was talking to her. She's telepathic. 1 more pair. Woo. So the reason we're following our thumb with our gaze is to keep our neck in good alignment. And then release down onto all fours. If you need to be on your forearms, please do. If you can tuck your toes, please do. If you hate tucking your toes because you need your toe joints aren't happy, have a rolled up cushion or towel, quite a big one, ready, so that you've got something to rest your ankles across and make it more bearable for the fronts of your feet. So that's an option. Or you've tucked under, you're in neutral spine, you visualize the lower back's got its hollow, the tummy's supporting you from the front. Take a breath in. And then exhale, squeeze your ball, lift your knees a millimetre. 5, 4, 3, keep that natural arch in your lower back. 2, spread your shoulder blades apart. 1, release. So you're welcome to just lift and lower. If that's all you've got the juice for today, that's okay. Watch the ribs don't sag, Cynthia, lift them up a bit. Yeah, inhale. Exhale, I've got my eye on you. Squeeze the ball and lift. Hold it here. Good, heads are in beautiful alignment, back of the neck, nice and long. And release. One more time, squeeze the ball, tummy in, lift. And release, come back up to kneeling. So that was round 1. Squeeze your legs, inhale, arms in front of you. Working our plank in reverse, here we go, lean back and twist. Up you come to the top. And then lean back the other way. Take your head, neck and shoulders with you. The reason we're looking at our thumb is so that we rotate the head down and look rather than up and look. So it's less pinchy in the neck. So if you follow your thumb to your armpit and then look towards your elbow, your neck will be in good alignment. Twist and reach. Very nice. Squeeze the ball. And again. Good. On the next one, see if you can go a millimetre further. Ooh, not been there before. And on the other side, millimetre further. And up to the top, release your hands down, tuck your toes under. You're welcome to repeat lift and lower. You're welcome to have a child's pose and rest. Inhale, neutral spine for me. Tail out a little bit, Viv. Yep, and then lift your knees. Now, can you tuck your pelvis under? The ball will come up towards you a bit. Release back to neutral. Tuck your pelvis under. It's like a reverse curl. Keep low. Tuck your pelvis under. Release back to neutral. Tuck your pelvis under. Think of your abs. Think of your pubic bone. Draw it up to your nose. Excellent. One more. And knees down and release back into a child's pose. Take the ball out. Anybody warm? Anybody need the window open? You've got your elbows, or not elbows, wrists or hands on the ball. Let your head just hang in between your arms, not to the floor. It'll give your shoulders a good stretch as your bottom goes back towards your heels. Nice. A lovely shoulder opener. And then let your head come down. If you've got a decent sized ball, it depends what size it is, but if you've got one of the bigger ones, you might have your hands quite well, either actually, whatever size ball, hands sort of on the edges of it, quite wide as you can be without falling off it. Let your head rest. And then I want you to shrug your shoulders up and roll the ball away from you. And slide your shoulder blades down your back. The ball will come towards you. Shrug your shoulders. Notice the ball reaches away. Drive your shoulders down. Notice it comes back. Shrug your shoulders. Feel it reach away. Slide down. So we're just doing a shoulder shrug, and I want you to feel the contrast. You could lift your head or have it on the floor. You choose. Try both. Reach. Slide down. This is a shoulder movement, not an arm movement. Your arms happen to because your shoulders are. So you're thinking of shrugging them up and then sliding your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Try and keep your arms straight as they roll back in. You'll try and bend the elbow. I want you to pull the shoulder blades down and let it roll back in, your arms stay straight. Can you feel that? It's quite an interesting way of isolating your upper back and your shoulder blades, and to get that sense of, when am I pulling my shoulder blades down? What does that feel like? One more time, reach. Keep your arms quite straight as you pull back. And then roll yourself up. Put your ball to one side for a moment. And then come on to all fours. Everybody all right? Yay! Come down onto your forearms. Slide your left leg out. Now, as you slide your left leg out, You're being careful not to swing your hips over to the right. You're being careful not to rock into one hip. And you're also seeing if you can, sorry, just moving the bits, seeing if you can keep your pelvis level, not rock. So hips are level with each other. Tighten your leg again, so your kneecap is drawn up. Then lift and lower this back leg. Lift and lower, straight leg, raise and down. So you're drawing up on your knee and your front thigh, thank you, Elaine. Squeezing, feeling your bottom working. Head in line with your tail. This is really good. Nice, straight legs. Fantastic. Now go up and stay there and draw a rainbow with your toe. You're going across and behind your leg and then back up again and then out to the side. And you're trying to do that without letting your waist change length. So the key thing is doing the biggest arc you possibly can with a straight leg, but without your waist pushing. So thinking of both sides of your trunk, staying equal length. Now your supporting hip is doing quite a bit of work. Can you feel that? It's now working in the side of your supporting leg to stop your hip from swinging out to the side. But this moving leg is also challenging your core. I can feel my abs kicking in, particularly as the leg goes out to the side, away from my body. That's when I feel my abs more. How straight can we get this leg? Whoa. Last two. Really good mobility around the hips. And then leave it out to the side, away from your body. Come up onto your hands. And then see if you can bring it higher so it's more in line with your hip and 90 degrees, as it were, to your body. Put the outside edge of your foot down. So you're reaching that leg away and then do a little rock forwards and back. So I'll show you from the side, doing that. Yep. So your leg is straight out. It's more towards me, Jan, if you can, leg facing the camera. You can move it with your hand if you need to. So you've got your leg 90 degrees L shape to your body. Yeah. Like that. Like half splits. And then you rock back and stick your bum out, and you should have an inner thigh stretch. So if we were in standing, it would be that shape. Are you all right, Jan? Yes, exactly. Put some weight in the outside edge of your foot. Try and lift your arch almost. Can you feel the inner thigh working? Well, say working, stretching. It's up into the groin, down to the inside of the knee. Woohoo! Now then, you're either on your hands or you come down onto your forearms. This will be interesting. Can you lift that leg off the floor? I'm only asking a question. I'm not doing it. Can you lift that leg off the floor? I don't think I can, but I'm having a go. Yeah, and then bring it back in. A brief child's pose. Interesting, isn't it? Because your body's going, okay. Like you want me to do what? Recruit what? Have a little child's pose. Let your head come down. Release your hands round your bottom. So that feels nice in a little cocoon. Hiding from the world. If I stay like this, nobody will find me. Uncurl your lovely spine. There you are. Back out onto your hands and knees. Put your tummy drawn in. Draw those shoulders down. Let your neck lengthen away from the shoulder girdle. Slide your right leg or whichever leg you didn't use out behind you. Draw upon your kneecap, please, to straighten the leg, and you'll feel your bottom joining in and your tummy joining in. Now lift and lower. A little lift and a lower. The leg is straight. The hips are facing straight down to the floor. That looks great. And your heads are in line. Looks beautiful. Very slightly, Elaine Sargison, chin in. Just very slightly. Tuck your chin. Yeah. Really nice, folks. Legs 11, keep your knees straight for me. I think it might be just your trouser length. That means I'm not sure whether your leg's straight or bent. Are you drawing up on your kneecap and tightening your thigh? Hold it in the air. Take your leg out to the side as far as it'll go. Lift it up. Take it across your body and tap the floor. Feel the rotation of your leg in the hip socket. Notice that when the leg goes out one way, you feel something working. When you go out the other, what else do you notice working? Are you trying to shift the weight in your hands? Can you keep it central? Feel free to come onto your forearms. I can feel my knee trying to bend. Very lazy bottom. Really good. So the waist doesn't change length. We can do this move. In fact, we did do this move last Wednesday in class where we did change waist length. We got real fancy. But today we're not. I want you to get strong all around your hips and your pelvis. This will help you keep your balance, keep strong in any slippy, icy weather. Keep the waist lovely and long. One more time. Now we're going out to the side jam. Take it higher, higher, higher along the floor, as it were. So now you're in an L shape with left knee bent, right leg out at 90 degrees. You have to shuffle. And then forwards and back we go. Stick your bottom out. Now you're trying to get the outside edge of your foot towards the floor and also to draw up on your knee, so that you can really feel a stretch. And as you rock back, your bum will want to tuck under. So as you rock back a bit, stick your tail out and create a bit more lumbar arch, and you'll feel a bigger stretch. Yes, 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 yes. Have your toes pointing forwards, Elaine Clark, for me. If you can, on your right foot, point it towards the wall. Yes, really good. Nice. Now leave the leg there. Let's see. If we recruit our abs, if we recruit that leg, can we lift it? And then bring it in. I got a bit more out of that leg. Knees really wide, sit back, reach out in front of you. Let's stretch into your hips, your lower back and your shoulders again. Walk your hands in, uncurl your spine, and you're going to come down onto your side. Now, this is a subtle move. If you want your ball handy, this is going to strengthen your VMO, vastus medialis something or other. It's the teardrop muscle on the inside of your knee, which helps to stabilize the alignment of your kneecap and your knee joints. It's a really important one, but you see it on athletes. If you see hurdlers and athletes, they have that lovely teardrop muscle there. Looks all pronounced, whereas mine's like, but you know, it's still there. So what we're going to do is the top leg is going to rest on something. It could be the floor, could be the ball, could be a cushion. That's fine. And your head is just resting in your hands. The underneath leg is the one we're working, and it's in a straight line. So have it be behind the ball. Yeah. And it's in a straight line. And if we just lift and lower for a moment, inner thigh work, yeah, you can, yeah, we're used to doing that. That's just kind of like Jane Fonda stuff. Although I want your waist lovely and long. I want a little gap under your waist so you're not collapsing into the floor, and you've just got a straight leg lifting and lowering the underneath leg. Happy with that, Rachel? So that's pretty straightforward stuff. Might as well do a few while we're chatting. Who's chatting? You're chatting. What's she on? She's like a blooming live wire this morning. And then keep your legs slightly in the air so the inner thigh is working. I want you to bend the underneath knee a smidge, just like let it break. Let the knee just go, just a softness, and then drive through your heel. Then a little knee bend, and then drive through your heel to straighten it. Then a little knee bend, drive your leg straight. Knee bend, push. Good. Little knee bend, push. Now you should be feeling the inner thigh going, oh, okay, it's a bit different. I'm having to stay up, and mine's sort of starting to tremble a bit. But actually, what I want you to focus on is that muscle, the teardrop muscle that I was talking about, just above your kneecap on the inside edge of the quad. So forget the inner thigh, that's doing what it's doing. You'll find it too easy if you let your heel turn up and your toe turn down. I want you to keep the arch of your foot facing the ceiling. It almost feels to me like I'm slightly turning my knee up to the ceiling because my hips want to roll forwards. So I'm just very slightly, I'm having to emphasize that leg being horizontal to the floor. For me, it feels like I'm slightly turning my knee up to the ceiling. Does that make sense? Can we feel something working in the front thigh? Some of you, yes. Some of you aren't sure. Yeah, give me a thumbs up if you can. Yeah, great. Well done. 4 more. Slight kink. Kinky legs. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Oh, release. Marvellous. Please remember which leg you've done. You will not be friends with me tomorrow if you do it again. Roll onto your backs. Get hold of your ball should you choose to use it. Don't have to. Lift your hips up and put it under your bones, the back of your pelvis, not the back of your waist. So you're on your SI joints, you're on your tailbone, it's nice and squidgy. Your hips are up in the air, but you're going to maintain the little arch in your lower back. Move your feet away from your ball a little bit, Cynthia. Great. Inhale. Feet are hip width, knees are hip width, you haven't gone out. And then exhale, right knee out to the side. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, left knee, lean it to the side without the other one joining in. Inhale up. So this is our normal knee drop. It's a small range of movement. You might feel the inner thigh working on one leg because you've just exhausted it. But I want you to focus now on your core. Ribs are soft, shoulders are relaxed. You've got this nice feeling of being held around the center. You're resisting the urge to twist your pelvis. And now carry on with your arms in the air so that you can't grip the floor sneakily. Exhale, knee out. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, is your foot flat and your knee still? Think about the stillness. I kind of go on the ceiling, I look down at the body and I look at 3/4 of it still. I kind of picture the sections of my body that are still rather than the moving leg. The moving leg will do what it knows what to do. It's an easy move. But the stillness, am I rolling onto the edge of my foot? Is my big toe joint slightly sneaking up? Am I gripping with my shoulder blades? 2 more. 1 more knee out. Good. Then you're going to pause when your knees get to the top. Float one leg up to 90 degrees. Bring it back down. Let it land like a feather. Change legs. Good. So we're doing alternating knee lifts. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your face is central. You can close your eyes if you want to and get into a nice hypnotic trance. Watch out for any swerving knees. As you lift your foot, your knee is directly under your hip and shoulder, up that tram line, that track, not letting it swerve across the groin. That's a sign that you're recruiting your inner thigh to lift your leg. I want your core to do the work. Nice, landing lightly. So you know this move. You also know how to make it easier and how to make it harder. You're welcome to stay with this. You're welcome to have a rest. If you feel able to, fold one leg in, keep it there. Fold the other leg in, keep it there. You now look like you're sitting on a hardback chair. Take one arm over your head, relax your armpit, let the hand go to the floor. If it will, lift. And then the other arm. And lift. So your knees are hip width, your shins are level with the floor. You're just kind of hanging around while you set up the arm pattern and relax into the shoulders and allow them to open. You're still working, even with just the light limb. And then you can do opposite arm and opposite leg. Good. And I've had to reach for mine, but if you've got your weights anywhere near you, please don't use your big ones, Helen, little ones, because your shoulders are shallow sockets here. You could take opposite arm and opposite leg away with a weight in your hand. Only little ones like tin of beans, half a kilo max. And you're taking your arm over and leg away. You're exhaling. You might only move part way. So if you think, oh, I don't feel safe in my shoulders, you could do a half move with the arm and not go all the way to the floor, because it is tough. Keep the ribs anchored down. They will want to flare. Think about when you're exhaling, as the limbs move away from you. Would you like to do double legs or double arms? Would you like to keep your arms still and try double legs? Would you like to try partial double arms? So you're just going a little way over your forehead, not all the way. And if you really fancy it, straighten your legs out at 45 degrees and do double legs, single arms or double arms or any combination of the above. You could do one leg goes out straight. Yeah, that's it, Viv. Last 4. Please exhale, because these are getting quite tough now. 3. So the limbs move away from the center, you exhale. I reckon you could take your legs a smidge lower, Cynthia. Really good, Carol. One more. I can just see your legs, Anna. They look cool. And then pause. If you've got weights, put them down. Bring your knees up onto your chest. Let your lower back round. That's nice. And then rock to the side. Take the ball out. Have a circle or a rock in and out. Or let your legs hang out wide if you want. Just some kind of freeing up your spine and your waist and your lower back. Then you're going to roll onto your side, push yourself up, and you're going to swing yourself round, because we've got the other side to do. So if you used your ball and you liked that, it's in front of you, your knee is resting on it, and you go down onto your side with your head resting on your hand. This hip will want to go and collapse up. Lengthen it down so you've got a little gap under your waist. If you prefer being down here, you can be down here. I find that helps my spine be long, rather than if it comes up at this end, this hip tends to come up like a hammock, whereas if my head is down, my hip tends to be lower. Your call. Straight leg underneath is going to lift and lower, and as it lifts and lowers, there is no movement in your waist. You could even put your finger under your waist and check that the pressure doesn't change. And as you lift and lower that leg, think of treacle. So you're working your inner thigh. Keep the leg straight. There's a little bit of foot movement there, Elaine Clark. So I think you're just, your leg is straight, but I think you're just doing it with your foot. Think of maybe a string from inner thigh going up to the ceiling. So you think more knee up and down. Yes, that's it. And then the ankle won't do that little flicking thing. There we go. Push out through your heel. Can you feel that starting to build up? Done quite a bit with our inner thighs today, because we squeezed the ball as well in kneeling, didn't we? All around the hips, lovely and strong. Now hold it about halfway. Little knee kink, drive away. Little knee kink, drive away. Little slight bend, push your heel away. Slight bend, straighten. Slight bend, straighten. Now remember I said, your heel might try and turn up, because that way you're firing up with your glutes and your hamstrings more. It's easier. So try and keep your foot horizontal with the floor, the inner thigh true to the ceiling. For me, again, I just have to slightly feel like I'm a millimeter turning my knee up to the ceiling, and then I get my quads firing. So a slight bend and a heel, slight bend and a straighten. Your tummy's engaged to stop you from rolling or twisting or falling. Woo. So anybody with tricky knees, going up and down stairs or starting to have gritty knees, this is a real good strengthener for you. It's a simple kind of remedial exercise that will fire up your tracking, your alignment of your kneecap. A lot of knee pain is imbalance of the muscles around the quads, around the knees, around the lower thigh. And those muscles become imbalanced, so the kneecap starts to track off. Instead of going up and down, it goes off on a wiggle. And that's what starts to sort of pull on the tendons and feel gritty behind your knee. Enough talking. Push out through your heel. Push out through your heel. Is it getting tired yet? Yeah, my leg's quite heavy, Lindsay. 4, slight bend. 3, slight bend. Come on, push out. 2, and one more. Relax. Oh, good, isn't it? Well done, everybody. Roll onto your backs. The final move at this party. Ball between your knees, feet on the floor. Keep your head up, keep your heart strong. Keep your mindset, keep your hair on. Feet are hip width apart. I don't know if he's saying keep your hair on. That's just what I hear. Could be some very good lyric. But I hear him say keep your hair on because that makes me laugh. Pelvis is in neutral, arms are by your side. Ben Howard, look him up. Inhale. Press with your feet, squeeze with your knees. Nothing's moved yet. You just go, oh, ready for action. I can feel my inner thighs after all that work. Can you? Just feel them going, oh, a bit trembly, wembly. Now, are we ready? Squeeze your bottom, tuck your pelvis under. Now we recruit the big hairy glutes. That's nice. And then scoop your tummy under your diaphragm and roll up to your shoulder blades. If you've got osteoporosis, please don't overarch. Please don't come too high. You could be slightly shy of high. So there's not too much pressure on the front of your sternum. Arms go up and over. Let them hang on the floor. Armpits open. Are you squeezing the ball? Now stay there and peel your heels off the floor. What happens? You feel your quads, front thighs. Put your heels down and lift the front of your feet. What happens? Feel your hamstrings, back of your legs, glutes. Feet flat again, squeeze the ball again and roll down. One vertebra at a time. Roll and keep the knees. Don't lose them as you come down through the back. And then relax some arms down. Inhale. It goes parallel feet, squeeze the ball, tuck your pelvis, scoop your tummy, post it under your diaphragm, roll up part way or all the way, depending on your back. Take your arms up and over. Now, your feet have grown suckers. Glue them to the floor, but pull them towards you a bit. And as you pull them towards you, you'll feel the back of your thighs firing up. You'll feel your glutes firing up. It'll be like edge of cramp moment. Inhale. Pull your feet as you roll down and you're thinking, oh, but I'm going to end up at my heels. Well, yes, you probably are stretching your spine as you come down. Pull your feet. And then when you get to neutral, relax your legs and arms come down. So just lots of variations of how to do a shoulder bridge, and it's quite nice to play. Inhale. Exhale. Press down into your flat feet, ball of foot. Squeeze your ball. Yes, tuck your pelvis under. Hollow and roll up to your diagonal. Arms up, hug a tree. Now, without rolling, no articulation here, just hinge across the front of your pelvis and let your bum tap the floor. So you've got an arch behind your back, but your skin of your buttocks are just on the floor. Drive up again. Tap the floor with your bum and lift. Tap and lift. So you're in neutral as you come down, not rolling down, which is quite hard because we're so used to articulating the spine. You have to hinge across the front of your hips and almost stick your bum out. Or I do. I have to think of my bum sticking out in order to get it down before my waist. Nice. Are you squeezing that ball? Are you firing up around your hips? Are you pressing into the ball of your foot, not just your heel? It's quite a lot of work for the legs. 4, tap. 3, tap. Squeeze your bottom at the top of the move. Go up and stay there. Inhale. And now we're going to have to really focus on articulating because we've been up and down. Tuck your pelvis right under, shorten the abs, and then roll through your lower back. Release to neutral, take the ball out, cuddle your knees in, and take your legs straight up in the air. I lied when I said it was the last move. Point and flex. Now, if you find it difficult to keep your legs up straight, then of course you can have them bent, but you can also roll your mat up and fold it underneath your pelvis so you're on a wedge. You could have a small towel or a cushion under your pelvis. So do what you need to do so that you can have your legs as straight as possible. Point and flex, these feet. A bit of a calf pump, good for our lymph drainage. You're reaching up with your hands towards the ankles. Now, if you've got osteoporosis issues, please do not curl your head up because it's shortening the front of your spine and crunching it a little bit, and it's not really great. So you can keep your head down or on a cushion. We're going to scissor our legs apart and pass them through, pass the ball through. Now, if you've got your head down, this is going to be quite an upright leg position. If you've retracted your chin and curled up from the sternum and now you're looking towards your legs. Then you could make your legs a little bit lower. And I want you to try and reach high, but look down. So we're really firing up the abs. And are we imprinted or neutral? What do you think? Waist down, yeah? Firmly imprinted. Really got your lower back down. Keep looking down, folks. The legs will want to bend, try and straighten as much as you can. It could be hamstring flexibility that's stopping you. It could be that your quads are having a bit of a holiday. So if it's the latter, talk to them. Drop your shoulders, look forwards at your knees. Last 8, 7. Can they go bigger and slower? Maybe. Really nice. Beautiful. Last 2, last 1, and relax. Put your ball down, roll your head from side to side. Then take hold of your legs with your left arm, wrap it round. Now, again, if you've got spinal issues, you might not want to cuddle your legs in. We're going to twist. So you could take a gentler twist with your feet on the floor and go left. If you know your spine is good, take hold of your legs, twist your knees to the left, control the lower, turn and look right. And if you get there and you think, oh, I just want to slip my arm out, then you can. Take your arm out, put your hand over the top of that knee, pull it up towards your armpit. And it's not just about rounding your spine here. I'm pulling my knees up, but I'm also trying to push my waist down on that right side, the top side. So I'm more of an angle. I'm trying to lengthen the side of my body. It feels good in the fascia, lower back and waist. Breathe. This right arm that's out on the floor, whichever arm is on the floor, the wide one, as you look at it, just move it around a bit. Play around. Do you want to do a sweeping action? Do you want to just rotate it in the socket? Just have a little play with that shoulder stretch. Whew. That's nice, isn't it? Take a deep breath in. Let out a big sigh. Bring your head to the center. Lift your top leg, give it a push. Lift your other leg. And then knees hanging out wide. So a gentle rock from side to side. Maybe circle round. Bring your knees in. Now we're going over the other way. So again, I use my arm, I wrap it round, I cuddle in as close to my chest as I can, turn and look the other way, lower your knees with control to the side, timber, and eventually let them down. Use the ball if you need to, or put your feet on the floor if you need to. And then those knees are being drawn up towards your armpit, you're lengthening your waist down so the top side isn't collapsing up. And you've got this attempt at an arch in your lumbar spine. So you're trying not to round your lower back, you're trying to keep it in its natural arch. And then take your arm out, turn and look where it is. Play around with that arm position and breathe. Bye, dancing queen. Oh, that's good. Let the weight of your head go. Keep your head up, keep your heart strong. Got very clean feet, Rachel. You can just see beautiful soft skin on the bottom of your feet. Oh, bring your head back to the center. Use your hand to push the top knee up and then get yourself to roll onto your back again. Have a little circle round of your knees. One foot down, the other foot down. Roll onto your side. Use your hands to push yourself over and up. And briefly, a cat Curl, rounding your spine on all fours, releasing your tail and spine through to your neck and head. And again. From there, tuck your toes under, send your bottom back. And as we often do, finishing with a downward dog. You can do this at the wall if you don't want the weight so much on your wrists. Hands go flat. Oops, sorry, that's my earrings rattling on the speakers. Note to self, don't wear earrings. Heel toe. That's it. Try and push your armpits and ribs towards your thighs. So when you do this heel toe, don't look forwards and back. Try and keep your bottom back and just bend the knees under you. It's like you're buckling the knee without bouncing the body. Does that make sense? Gives you the stretch for longer. If you rock forwards and back, you lose some of the stretch. Now let both heels go towards the floor, pulling up on your knees and front thighs, keeping your tummy up strongly. Inhale. Oh, push, push, push as you exhale. Oh, that's good. Semi-inversion, flushing out the whole of your endocrine system. Fresh blood supply to your pineal gland, pituitary gland, thyroid, parathyroid. So much benefit for your hormonal system, your body temperature regulation, your metabolic rate. So many good things going on right now. And then lower yourself down onto all fours, walk your hands in, come up to kneeling or sitting, sweep your arms up. Exhale. Roll your shoulders. You've moved your spine in all directions. You've flexed, extended, side bent, rotated. So that's the main thing at the end of the class, that you have moved your spine fully, fluidly in all planes of movement. That is the key, because it frees up the energy through your entire body for the rest of the day. The muscle tone and the muscle work, secondary. Brilliant, but secondary. The spinal freedom is the way to go for the rest of our lives.
Very good. Thanks, Lindsay.